You want to see what's in my treasure chest? Alright, so you'll know a few weeks ago, Sarah and I moved out. Well, like earlier this month, last month, about a month and a half ago, Sarah and I moved to a new apartment. You know, we can see it. Well, I'll do a tour later. But when I was moving all my stuff, I found something really special to me, and it's an old box that my great-grandmother gave me when I was little, and it holds some really cool, I guess, artifacts from my family. So I want to go ahead and show you 2 or 3 and just tell you a little bit of the story behind all of them. So let me see if I can show you the box. So this is the box, and my great-grandmother told me that she got it at like a county fair or something, or a state fair, but it's pretty old. I think it's from like at least the 40s or 50s. It's pretty old. And if you open it up, I used to have a little lock here, like one of those little diary locks to lock it as if that was gonna really keep it shut. And you can see it has a lighthouse on top, and there's like some pretty good, honestly, I don't think this box is like, you know, I mean, it's well made for sure. It's definitely well made. It's not like, you know, premium or anything. This is a sticker, you can tell. But I mean, it's just a cool old box, and it has a nice texture to it. So you can see, you open it, and I'll show you some of these things in a minute, but there's a mirror in there, and it has some nice little like stenciling there. And then I have a lot of old stuff in here. Let me show you what some of this stuff is. This first thing is pretty cool. This is a golden, like a business card holder. So you can see it's gold. It's kind of like a shiny gold material. And it's a business card holder, and this is my grandmother's. It was hers, and when she was an attorney in Detroit, when she graduated from law school, one of her friends gave her this. Her friend named Laura, I actually remember Laura, DKW, those are her initials, Dana Kathleen Wade. And you can see what I kept in here. See if I can open it up. You can see in here I kept one of her, well, this is actually her card this is her ID card when she worked for the United States District Court. You know, put business cards in here, and then when you go around, you pass them out. And I used to pass out her business cards. I used to pass out her business cards to my friends, you know, and when I was in 2nd grade, and my friends were telling me about how their parents were mean to them, I'd be like, oh, just call my grandma, she'll figure it out for you. So that's the story behind that, and you guys can see this right here. This is just her identification card. That's just her identification card. I flip it over, but I think her social security number's on the back of it, so I don't want you stealing that. All right, next thing. Okay, so this is an old badge that I had for a conference when I was lieutenant governor. You can see it there, lieutenant governor. I was lieutenant governor of a division of Key Club in Florida in high school. So let me flip around this thing. I should put this damn necklace on. Let me put this thing on. Well, yeah, I'm wearing this thing. So I was in Key Club in high school, and so anyone who doesn't know, Key Club is like just a public community service organization. And what happened with that? I went there. So being a lieutenant governor meant that I oversaw like 15 schools. And I remember, you know, I've been developing my skills for public speaking for years. You know, it was always been my thing. It's always just been naturally what I do best, whether it's written or spoken. And so I gave this great speech, and I got, you know, the vote of 15 schools to become lieutenant governor. And then so my first, you know, job was to go to this conference so that we could all brainstorm, you know, the direction of the state, because I was, you know, one of basically like a senator essentially within a state. And so when we were at the conference, we late at night, I guess there were like maybe 10 of us who got together. It was guys and girls in a hotel. We all got together, and we were playing spades, and there was no alcohol involved that I saw. There was no sex or anything like that. Nothing bad happened. It was simply just the males and the females, the boys and the girls, you know, because we're 16, 17. We were just mixing, and it was against their rules, the Key Club policy rules or whatever. And one of the Key Club members, I forget his name, this motherfucker. He was the treasurer. I should tell you something about. He was the treasurer. He ratted us out, even though he was participating in our late night game of cards. Like, again, it wasn't a big deal. And so he ratted us out to the grown-ups, right, who really, you know, like, they just make you think when you're in these organizations that the students have some sort of say, but it's really the grown-ups who run it. And I guess they just got spooked or whatever, and they, you know, stripped, you know, 6 or 7 of us of our titles, right? And so then as soon as I was lieutenant governor, like I came home and I was no longer the lieutenant governor coming back from the conference, which was crazy. And that really actually stung, you know, because it was like my first taste of having success with leading people. And then, you know, because of some stupid thing, you know, we were like not allowed to participate in that. And I just thought it was so dumb. And it was one of the things that made me think about how, man, we really just need to like chill with some of these rules, man. Like, you know, there's too many like rules on how we should be living our lives. Like, you know, there was nothing crazy going on at the conference. Why can't we hang out? You know, guys are just, everyone was just so prude and so old school, and it was just so bothersome because it created a lot of chaos, at least for me, you know, and I didn't see a positive benefit to it. So anyway, that pissed me off. And then when I got back to Florida, or I got back to Tampa, I remember there was the home teacher I had, Miss Cubano, wasn't like, I don't know why she didn't like me. She just, for whatever reason, didn't like me, or just, she just wasn't my fan, which is fine. You know, not everyone's going to be your biggest fan, but me getting lieutenant governor had been like, because I had the same homeroom teacher for 4 years. So we had this existing kind of antagonistic relationship. She never really liked me. And when I won lieutenant governor, I saw that I won like a shred of her respect. Like she's like, oh, okay, maybe you are good for shit. And then I came home and I lost it. And it was just it was like this confirmation that I was a shithead, which I don't understand why. But anyway, so that also bothered me, that I had to come back and like admit defeat to kind of like an enemy. So that sucked. But that's the story behind this name tag. Check out these awesome fucking medallions. Look at these. These are St. Christopher and St. Michael medallions. No, I'm sorry, St. Christopher and St. Anthony. And you know, when I was younger, let me put these on. I'll put these on as well. So these are these medallions that my grandmother also gave to me when I was little, and the medallions themselves were, let me see if I can show you here, they're my great-great-grandmother's. So we're talking really fucking old. Just look at this. Can anyone read this? It says to AZ, right? To AZ. So that's Agnes Zobel. That's my great-great-grandmother. So to put that in perspective, that's my grandmother's grandmother. And I actually got to meet her when I was little. She died when I was 4 or 5. So at any given point, you know, I've had a lot of, like, I have a pretty young family, and we tend to live, I guess, relatively long, or it's just that we have a lot of fucking kids real early. I don't know what it is. I have to sit down and think about it a little bit more detailed. But at one point, I had my great grandmother, I had my great great grandmother, my great grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother, and then me. So it's 5 generations of people at once. It's a lot. And I got to meet her. That was really cool. These medallions are from like 1910, 1915. She was born in like she was born in like 1899. So to have met someone that was born in the 1800s is pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so those are just 3 things I found in my treasure box. I have a lot more, but, you know, like, I'll do it, you know, if you like this video, I'll do another one later. But I don't want to go through my whole treasure box because it's a lot, you know, and you guys have lives. Anyway, all right, cool. Comment on the video. What did you like the best? What do you want to see more of? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, peace.